Hello and welcome to Panther Financial Services. This is Pranav Patil. Today we will discuss on the subject of stock market is not complex. Here we'll make it, in a very easy way. What happened the other day? I was meeting one client, the new person basically, and is ultra HNI. He has a good investment appetite. Initial only he can go up to few crores also. So, but he doesn't have any investment into the stock market. The reason we when we had a discussion, he said, look, your looks very genuine guy, and that's the reason we are meeting. Shared his experience. He said he invested into a very good broker's PMS. At that time the PMS tick size was 25 lakh, and later on the that money went down to below 20 lakh, and he got panic because daily he used to watch that, and somehow the one day he decided quit it, close it. I don't want any kind of headache, so he removed that money. Then again there are a lot of calls he received. Okay, you work, we will tell you the call, take a position and make a profit. He said somehow it didn't work as well. I said, what do you think about the market? He said, I don't know, but as in, I don't understand how the stock goes up. There are certain people says, okay, buy, buy, buy. When we enter it, the stock comes down, or when we take a position, stock comes down. It's kind of gambling, you invest, and these are the things he shared at the first initial level. So I asked him, so for you, it is like a stock market is complex. He said, yes, absolutely. Because he doesn't understand anything. I said, that's fine. Now I asked a very simple question: do you have the policy? He said, yes, many policy. In terms of, I asked how much secured, more than 10 to 15 cr. I said, that's very good. So I'm talking about the purely term insurance policy. So I said, from which company you got the policies? He said, ICICI Pro or Axis Mutual, and other brands as well. And touchwood, the other day I had immediately clicked the Axis mutual fund portfolio in my mind, because the other day I got the file, Axis mutual fund file, and the list of the securities they were holding, exactly 21 securities, and investment amount was 1900 crore plus. I'll make it roughly 2000 crore. So I asked him, do you know, say, for example, term insurance, what happens when you die, you get that money to the nominee basically. Now, how they make a money? Do they here for a charity? I asked the very simple question, do you have any idea how they make money? Maybe they are lending in the market, maybe they are investing in the stocks, not much exactly. I said, full amount of money comes into the market. I told him. I showed him, you go to Axis Mutual Fund website, or if you have a policy, they send every month monthly portfolio changes. Okay, they will send you the mail as well. You open that mail and check how many securities are there. 21 securities, and AUM for that particular fund is 1900 1904. So roughly 2000 crore only into the 21 securities. So roughly I'll make it 100 cr in per securities. I asked, "So what's your opinion on this then?" He said, totally blind. So I told him that, understand, first of all, we have to change your mindset. The way you perceive, you get in return. The way you are looking the market, similar the things you are getting from the market. My only point is that, think from a different perspective. Think, first of all, you need to understand market is not at all complex thing. It is one of the easiest way to understand the things. Now, how we can make it? First of all, change the perception. Now, I'm not saying you believe blindly any security. Understand, in the body, how much brain is important. I think full. If the brain is not working, the body cannot work properly. Of course, the body will be there. Similar way, in the economy, stock market is like a brain. If the stock market is not there, or if it is not working, it will hammer the economy, and the economy will not work. The same thing you need to understand. make your mind very clear that it is the part, very important part of your economy. Without that part, the economy cannot grow properly. If it is working good, or if it is there, the economy will be in the good shape. How? I explain you in the different videos as well. I told him that, okay, you bought uh, any products, let's take a soap or shampoo, you check the company's name, manufacturer's name, and you see that share is there in the market. You're using that Ariel, the matic box I saw, said from which company you are getting this, PNG. And look at the share price of PNG, 13,000 plus. If you would have invested that 1900 crore is the today's value of that fund. If you have invested same thing in a 10 years or 15 years back, when you got this policy, because all this policy you got not at the initial level, or not in a one go, or not in a recent time. There are like certain 20 years back or 15 years back as well. If you, I'm not saying don't invest into the policy. What my point is that if you would have invested the same amount in the market, the money would have been very high. All the policy money which you get, all these companies invest into the market, they have a patience, they invest only into good securities, and they keep it from a long term perspective, and they make a money, and this is how you get the money back. So if you create your portfolio, you don't need any portfolio manager or anyone to create the uh, portfolio. Now, he didn't mention that he doesn't understand about the balance sheet, or it is something complex. I said don't look into the balance sheet. Nobody's asking to look at into the balance sheet. You see the Nifty 50, and out of that select any three to four stock. Now, why I'm saying three to four stock or five stock? If amount is, let's say, more than 2 CR or five, that above that level, then you should have a three to four stock. Otherwise, there is no need of you know the one or two stocks. It's enough. You can buy the securities into that stock only. You send the very good vibration. The point is, first point is that think positively, that stock market is not complex. It is a very easiest way to make money, or it is the part of the economy, important part of the economy. Selection of the securities, if you don't know anything, and if you don't wanted to hire any portfolio manager, or you don't wanted to invest in PMS, that's perfectly fine. Select any two three good companies from Nifty 50 only. If you don't know about any other company, invest into that company, and the tranche wise, if you're not comfortable in a one go, send the good vibration. Whatever the products you use it from that company. At the, if you are using, suppose, if I need a medicine, and the medicine available from that particular company, you connect with that and buy that product only. If you are using a shampoo, and if you have HUL shares, or if you are using any detergent which is PNG company, then buy the shares of PNG. It is very easy to understand. People think that, okay, they go to analysis, they ask, okay, how high can go the shares, where it will go, will it come down. The first point is that kitna down ja sakta hai, or shall I wait to come down. This is the vibration they said. Don't go into that tangent. Make it very simple. The first point, think positively, change the mindset. Second, invest into nifty companies. If you don't understand, accumulate whenever you have the money. Once you invest, send a very good vibrations. I am invested into good companies, and they will give a good amount of dividend. I fully trust them. Now what happens, if you are investing into the market, don't expect easily my money will be doubled, or don't do that kind of imagination. So expect the genuine returns. You see the history, and accordingly you can have the expectation. And next point, have the patience. Basically, patience is a very important thing. Whenever you see a panic, in the last week we have seen the Adani issue, n number of chaos happened. People were not aware about what kind of exposure he is having in the bonds, what is the exposure of FPO, and they are talking anything. Don't listen to them. I'm not saying you do a research. If you're not connected with that particular investment or not particular stock, it doesn't make any sense to send the vibrations or think about the securities. Just imagine, if you think about that company or the person, what you are going to get it. If you send a negative vibration, you are going to get it the same thing in the return. So it's a better to avoid that things. Whatever they have done it, they will be it. As simple as that. We have invested into the good securities. They are good companies. We have a patience. This is the way you can make it. The stock market is stock market very easy. Now, when you hear this, you may think that okay, it is talking very easy. My point is that you try first step. It is, when we begin, it's a half done. In the English, it's a verb that when you begin, it's a half done. So when you start, when you decide uh, you are going to do this activity, you have almost done the half work. Now rest of the work, it will be depend on your thoughts. So start your work. If you have any doubts or anything, you can mention in the comment box, or you can WhatsApp me anytime in the on the WhatsApp anytime. I'll be glad to answer or suggest you or help you into that. So make the stock market, don't make the stock market complex. Make very easy by thinking whatever points we have discussed. Think less, ask less. Think less, very less about the market. Don't ask much to the people as well. Take your own decision. Thank you for your time. Hope you enjoyed the entire discussion. Thank you so much. Have a great day.